Hi friends, Andy Vegan. I make a new breakfast recipe today, and you will notice maybe there are some sounds outside. There are workers making the new house here, making the house more beautiful. So I have to bear with that. Please bear with me together. It's not too loud all the time. Now and then, for example, right now. So breakfast is a ice cream on fruit salad. That's the idea. And the fruit salad is just today's strawberry. And the dressing is a lemon cashew yogurt, as I made them several times. And the ice cream is an almond banana ice cream. And there we go. That is a special old friend to me, a combination of bananas, almonds, and strawberries. These three together are a dream team. And I will, while I'm doing it, I explain you why. And at first I begin with the yogurt dressing. That is very simple. I have my own cashew yogurt. You can take any plain yogurt. You see cashew yogurt. As easy as blending cashews with water. I take ratio 1:1 to begin. And adding some acidophilus bacteria culture. That is important that they make the yogurt. They do the work. And our intestines, our gut bacteria, our microbiome, as they say, love that. So yogurt is wonderful for our health, immune system. And you will see in another video how I make the cashew. It's so easy. Blend it all together, cashews, water, bacteria. Put it in a container, only a quarter or so filled. The rest is air and the lid, otherwise the yogurt goes through the lid. And then you put it in a warm room temperature is good, and overnight you have a yogurt. Then in the fridge, and it can last days and days and days and weeks even, and it gets better and better. So, but you can eat it right away. And the yogurt is based on the dressing, and also I make a date mousse myself. Also here again you can purchase date mousse, dates paste, whatever they say. I like to make my own. I have some of these ingredients. I make my own on my own. I store them, and then I can quickly put something together, like here, easy breakfast. Date mousse is as easy as blending dates with water. It lasts for a week in the fridge, done. And as little water as possible, and always, I learned that after years and years, soaking the nuts and the dates is a good idea just for the sake of the blender. The blender likes to have sweet, soft products. You have very hard nuts or dates, it wears down the blender. Not immediately, but over the time. So soaking them serves them well. And here is a lemon juice, half a lemon only. There's a little bit of counter opposite of the dates, the sweet and sour opposition. Is really nice to support the flavor, natural flavors of the other fruit. Strawberries, for example, most fruit, that's my idea of it, basically are sweet and sour. There are a lot of varieties, a lot of different flavors to that bitter. So much is there in fruit. The colors all taste different, but basically I would say sweet and sour, because fruit have a lot of sugar, and that's characteristic of fruit. That's why they're good energy source for breakfast. Easy digestible. They don't need to break down the fruit. The sugar, the sugar is burnt right in the cells in the same formats as in the fruit. When you have nuts and seeds, the breakfast lasts longer. You don't need to eat that much of volume, quantity, because the protein and the fat of the nuts and the seeds needs to be broken down. It takes time, so it lasts longer. But it's always nice to have it, a large fruit base in the breakfast. So, my yogurt dressing, my strawberries, they're coming right in season, and even if they're not in season, I have berries all over the year. It's the healthiest fruit we have. There is even a large study over 200 countries on the planet from 2000 where they showed the first cause of death prematurely is eating too little fruit. Especially in America. Different countries, different habits, but fruit is so important. And people think fruit is not good because there's too much sugar. That's absolutely not right. you cannot eat too much fruit. It's really, literally, you can take it literally, you cannot eat too much. Like at some point you are full. You won't eat more, of course, yeah, that's a duh. So here, I put the strawberries and the cashew yogurt with a little bit of lemon flavor in my balloon glass. I love these balloon glasses. They so nicely show for when I eat something I see from the outside. We're eating through the eyes first, right? That's such a true saying. It's also proven that I read that once, that humans not always had the ability to see red colors. It depends on their eyes and the evolution. And when you see red colors, you can then also search for fruit. Otherwise, we would all eat only greens. So we eat with the eyes first. It's not that a bad idea to say. Here is my strawberry and cashew yogurt. And now the third flavor and the second and the third flavor is bananas and almonds. I make an ice cream, and I need it right from the freezer because I want to make a Blitz ice cream right from the processor. And I come back in a sec with the frozen bananas. Here are my frozen bananas, and as you can see, I cut them into slices. And one thing is important: they should be ripe. If they are brown on the outside, as long as they are still white on the inside, you're always good, because when they are not ripe enough, the ice cream gets gooey texture. It pulls threads. That's not so nice. I mean, you can still enjoy it, but I would recommend really make it riper, the bananas, and you have a lot of fun with the ice cream. So it's a Blitz ice cream, as I said, and that's why I need a food processor fitted with the S-plate. That's the perfect tool to make the Blitz ice cream. I can eat it with beautiful scoops right from the processor. And blender, the high-speed blender, produces too much heat. They melt down. And if the bananas are really cold right from the freezer, you have a good freezer, I can process a little bit longer and make sure it's really creamy. Otherwise, you might end up with chunks of frozen bananas or whatever kind of fruit you want to take in the ice cream. It's not a tragedy, but it's okay to have it creamy, right? So I freeze a little bit harder, deeper, and I process a little bit longer. I talk a little bit less. And here, that was also in the freezer, helps, it saves me time, or gives me time for processing almond flour. That's the almond flavor. The almond flour, I make that myself. I get that from the bakery shop or from the shop, from the baking department, from the health food shop, or from any shop. You get almond flour and other nut flours, you can get that. But I make myself, it is, I chop a little bit the almonds, and then I put them in a coffee grinder, electric, very simple, and I have a wonderful fresh almond flour. But wherever you have, it works. And the almond flour, or other nut flours, give it such a nice creaminess. It blends into the bananas, so it's a perfect ice cream, almost as if from the machine. And here, another ingredient, date mousse again. As I said, I showed you another video how to make the date mousse. It's the same, of course, the same video as the other one. And that too is very nice with bananas, and it makes the almonds sweeter. The almonds have a little bit of bitter flavor. It is a sweet and bitter. That is classic knowledge, right? We know that almonds have this bitter flavor, and you are not lucky. You get an almond that is too bitter and it doesn't taste anymore. But if you have a little bit more expensive almond, it's my experience, the almonds are usually less bitter. That's recommended. And this bitter flavor is much to an advantage, if it's not too much, together with the bananas, because the bananas, they have a hidden bitter tone. You can taste that if you taste a little bit of the peel, this tartness, this flavor there. It's not pleasant so much. That reflects a flavor tone in the banana itself. And that again corresponds to the almond. And that together tastes almost like vanilla, and that's love strawberries. So strawberries are perfect for this combination. Always look forward when I make a new recipe with almonds, bananas, and strawberries. Sometimes I add vanilla, sometimes a little bit maybe lemon. Yeah, there are many ways to make that nicer. Today it's very simple, just the three almonds, bananas, and dates here, and the strawberries in the yogurt. And the yogurt has the little bit lemon, so we have the lemon here too. Almond and lemon is a classic too. There are so many ways to put these things together for a nice new creation. Let's see if that works here. I do the blender dance now for my Blitz ice cream. I have to be careful not to over process. I want to have it creamy but not melted. And that looks good here. Looks like a nice almond banana ice cream. Taking the blades, take out the blades, so I can use my little scoop to decorate my fruit salad. So, very happy. When I tried it first, many years ago, this kind of Blitz ice cream, I had to figure it out. It took some time. But you know, then I found that the bananas have to be ripe, that I can take nut flour to make it more creamy, all these things. And especially what was very important was to have really ice cold bananas here. The other ingredients too, they should be also in the freezer, at least for a couple of minutes or so, to get them down a little bit in temperature. All these things are small, but make a difference if you want to make a nice dessert or, oops, there's something here, oops. They make a difference, and over time, I get good at that. Oh, see, there's a little bit too much yogurt. Yeah, that's all. I can deal with that. That's my breakfast today. Looking forward to that. Never did it before, because I take 3 recipes, beginning with 3 ingredients, and then figure it out, and then adding, changing, and then the recipes get more and more complex, like this one. And it's a wonderful way to enjoy all the different plants you can eat, right? You should do that more, and that's why I make here these videos for you. I hope you enjoy. If you like, subscribe, anti-vegan. Have another recipe every single day. Enjoy the endless vegan variety. And maybe donate. Further my mission. There's a button called thanks under the video for you. And you can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. See you soon.